Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and show you how to download and use the CamScanner app to submit pictures of your work. So go ahead and go to whatever app store you have and download and look for the CamScanner app. You might want to even type in the word free just to ensure the very first one that pops up is going to be this CamScanner PDF app. So when you download that, go ahead and open it and you're going to see this screen loading, and it's going to try and get you guys to use this premium version which has you pay stuff. You don't need no premium version, just stick to the free version. So we don't need all this. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of students are tempted to click this button that says continue. That's why you guys should always get in the habit of reading everything before you are trigger happy and just pick that button. So notice that if you do click continue, it's only free for 3 days and then you got to pay $50 per year. We don't need that. We want to stick to the free version. So to do so, at the top left of this, there's an X button. Make sure you exit out of that screen so that we stay in the free version. This point right here, you could sign in or register, but it's not required in order for you to use this on your device. It's kind of extra stuff. So we're just going to click use now for right now. Unless you want to sign in and tie it distinctly to your student email, then go for it. But I'm just going to click use now at the bottom. That was grayed out. Again, we don't need to have all of our information in here, but we can. So I could type in my email. And always use your student email since you're using this for learning purposes. So I don't want to show you all that. We're just going to keep going. There was a way of me doing this. Hold on. There we go. Just exit out of all of it. You don't have to sign in. It's going to make you want to, but just go hit back and then you should be fine. So I also don't need to have notifications, because all you're using this for is to take a picture of something and save it to your device. So now that we finally exited out of all that unnecessary information, we're on the free version site. So we're going to click this camera button and we're going to start scanning. Allow it to access your camera so it could take a picture. No need for the demo since I'm already showing you how to do it. So now that we have our camera ready to go, make sure you get the entire picture in your camera. So I have the entire picture in there. Click my camera. And now it's ready to turn it into a PDF. Notice that you have the 4 little dots surrounding the corners and you have these bolded lines. If you move the bolded lines up and down, it will shrink or enlarge the picture. If you move the corners, it will rearrange it so that way it is on the corner of your paper. Most of the time, it should automatically adjust itself, but if by chance it doesn't, you can move it around to your liking. So now that I think it's ready, I'm going to click the green arrow. And now it turns it into a PDF format. Notice that even though it looks like a different color, the actual words themselves look so much bolder and vivid where I can read them easily. And if by chance it's not pretty or to your liking and you think that you can make it look even better, by all means do so. Change these colors at the bottom, the filters, to whatever you think would make it look better. Notice how this one looks a little bit more fuzzy. So I don't want to go with that. Black and white makes it a little bit more bolder, and so does black and white too. That one looks a little bit more fuzzy. I think black and white actually looks the best one so far. Sometimes even your original may look good, but sometimes not. It also depends on the lighting in the room and what you're doing. I still think that this black and white version looks the best. So I'm going to click this green check mark saying I'm ready to go. So notice that you have the little camera button that says to add pages at the top right. If you have more than one page that you're trying to take a picture of and save to your device, right now is when you would do so. Since we're only wanting to take this one picture, we're ready to submit this to our device. You have 2 options. Option 1 is what I'm going to explain. This is the most easiest in order to get it to your Google Classroom, but you must have the Google Classroom app already installed in order to directly put it in there. So if you do not have the Google Classroom app and you're trying to use option 1, go ahead and install that as well. I will explain how to use option 2 to put it in your Google Classroom, but it will take an extra step and a little bit longer. So option 1, we're going to click where it says More at the bottom right with the 3 dots. Click More, and it's going to bring up this. It may look different on your device, but what you are looking for is the words To Album. So I'm going to send this picture to my device's album. So right here, I click that. Of course, you want to allow it access to your photos so it can save it into your photos. Now that it says done, it's ready to go. It is saved in my photos on my iPad. So I'm going to go to my photos, and as you can see, I have it already saved in there. Here it is. So since it's in my photos, I want to tell you right now that you should probably close out your Google Classroom and reopen it. Sometimes you need to refresh the screen because if you are adding a picture in there, it may not show it right away, even though it's there. I've had a few students where that was an issue, and then it ended up downloading 3 at a time. So I can't click on my other Google Classroom with you. I can only click on one where I'm a student. That way you can see how to submit an assignment. So even though this Google Classroom isn't relevant to you, I'm just going to show you just for purposes of how you would see it to submit it. So I'm going to click on some random assignment in my classwork. Here we go. And you're going to see this button that says Add Attachment. Clicking Add Attachment and then picking a photo will grab the picture from your device and directly load it into your Google Classroom to submit. This is the easiest option. So I'm going to click Pick a Photo from my device, and you find whatever picture that was, which would be this one. And again, once it's loaded and it shows that it's done, go ahead and just mark as done. Notice, did you see the picture in there? No, but I got out of it and I went back in it, and now it's there. So if you don't see it right away, it's probably there. Don't keep loading more pictures if they don't pop up, because it's just a little glitch in the system. They are there. So once it's there, go ahead and just click the button Turn In. And you want to make sure that you have an attachment there, but if not, like I said, get out of it, go back in it, and then it should load. So I'm going to click Turn In, and there it is. So now I have my assignment submitted with a picture. That's all there was to it for option 1. Now, if by chance option 1 doesn't work and you can't access your camera on your device to directly tie it in, which I don't see why there would be an issue there, you still have the option of sending it through email. Oops, don't want to do that. So if I didn't click the More tab, I could send it directly to my email. So hit Email and then Share PDF. Again, this is option 2. It takes longer. I don't care about these watermarks. Say you got it, you don't want to remove it. Again, they're trying to get you to buy the fancy version. We want the free version. So I'm going to click Send, and then it's going to ask me for my email. So you type in your email. There it is. And you can change the subject to whatever picture it is that you're doing. That way you can find it right away. But I'm just going to leave it as is. So send, there it goes. It's sent to my email. So I'm going to get out of this, show you how it's in my email. So this very first one in my email, that was a trial run earlier. My mic wasn't working. This very first one in my email, there's my picture. So now that it's in here, you have a way of downloading it to your phone or to your file or to your drive. So I'm going to click the picture itself, and I want to download this. So whatever device you're on, you want to download it to your Google Drive, or an alternative would just be to download it as a file. But Google Drive is definitely probably better since we're working with Google Classroom. So I want to take it into my drive. It is now downloaded into my drive. Want to make sure it's through your student email, always through your student email. So now that it's in my student email, or my work email, I go back to whatever assignment I'm trying to submit. I'm going to unsubmit this one just to show you how to add it through your email. All right, so let's pretend I didn't add it through option 1. I'm going to go to Add Attachment now. And I'm going to go to my drive. You should have an option of accessing your drive. And then you just go find the picture that was added in your drive. So I have a lot of stuff in here. You can ignore all of this, but it's right here. There it is, 11:18. All right, so I added it. There it is. There's the picture. And then you click Turn In, and all done. So you have 2 options. Either you submit it by using your photo library in your phone and adding it directly through that, or you send it to your email and you add it that way. Either way, CamScanner is a great app, so please use it. If not, you can use what's called Adobe PDF. I thought I downloaded it on here. I don't think I did. But if you download Adobe PDF as your second option, I personally feel that it's not as user-friendly. So if you have issues, just stay in touch with me and I will try and help you as best as I can. Thanks guys, and I hope that this helped.